All right, hey guys, back with another tutorial. And in the last tutorial, we set up this call to our API gateway to register our API automatically. And I want to actually do a little bit of housekeeping, clean up our code a little bit because as you can see here, we're really just reusing this host and port to create the URL. So I want to update this so that we will actually put the host and the port together on the back end to create the URL so that the user doesn't have to put it in. It's kind of redundant here for them. So what we're going to do is we're going to pretty much remove this URL, and we will also add a protocol here. So the protocol is either going to be HTTP or HTTPS. So as of right now, we're just going to call HTTP. All right. So now the front end will be passing this data object, and this is what we're going to be handling, this right here. So we will be handling this object on the back end, and we'll create the URL from there. So let's head back to our index.json, index.js file in our main app of the API gateway. And we can go ahead and let's just change the registry.json. So here, this is where we would actually create it. And we also need to add, we will have a protocol here. And a protocol would be HTTP. So it'll look like this in the back end once we get done. So let's go ahead and where are we? Yeah, index.js. So in the index.js, when we call this register, we want to create the URL. So the URL doesn't exist anymore in this data object we're getting. See, as you can see, it's not here. So when we get this registration info, we just need to go ahead and create our URL from this. So we will go ahead and take the registration info, and we will say .url, and then we're going to set this equal to, actually we take the protocol, so it's going to be the registration info dot protocol plus, then we need to add our : / and then we add the registration registration info dot host. So we're going to get the host, and then here we're going to add our : and then we're going to add the registration info dot port, and then at the end of that we're going to put /. All right, so now we're creating this URL on this registration info object, and then we're passing it into the services. So now we can go ahead, and I'm going to actually remove this so we can actually see it being created. So let's save that. Let's clear that. Let's actually run this fake API so it can register itself. That's not it, server.js. All right, and it successfully registered. And now, as you can see, we have a protocol, we have the host and the port, and then, oh wait, why did this have two HTTP? Oh, because the host, okay. I made a mistake here. When we pass in here, it's just a local host. No, not here. When we pass the host. So the host here, we just put the host name. So this would be like whatever your server name is, or your IP address or whatever. So it's either going to be IP address or www.whatever.com, and or just localhost, since we're using localhost. So you can remove that HTTP / here. Just put just the host name and just the port, and then it will handle everything. So let me erase this again and rerun it so we can get, oh, yeah, that's right. So we can get what we need. All right, we're going to clear that. Let's stop this. Run it again. All right. And as you can see, it's correct now. So now we built this URL based off of the protocol, the host, and the port. So now we have it registered, and it's a little neater and definitely a little less cumbersome on the user. So whoever's trying to get their APIs to register with the gateway, now all they have to do is just put their host name and the port, and we will, and the protocol, and we'll handle the rest because they might be using HTTPS. So for our case, we're using HTTP, and the host is localhost, and the port is the port. So this is all you would need to register. So you just have a name, protocol, host, and port. So I just wanted to update that. I think this is a little cleaner and it's less redundant. We don't have to keep typing in the host and the port and then typing in the URL. We're just generating it on the back end when it's being registered. So that's all for this tutorial. In the next tutorial, we will actually be adding some pretty neat functionality where we will be able to register multiple APIs under one name here. All right, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe and all that jazz, and I'll see you in the next one.